My name is Maria and I'm a graduate civil and structural engineer at Cundall.
Hello, I'm Evan. I'm working at Cundall's Birmingham office as a graduate electrical engineer. I'm responsible for designing all the electrical services within a building.
In my first 3 months at Cundall, I've been doing civil engineering, but in about 3 months I'll be changing to structural to get experience of that as well.
I've worked majorly on residential buildings, and my role was to ensure the safety, the energy efficiency of the building, and also the comfort of the end user.
I get to work with architects, contractors and clients to improve the overall efficiency of a building.
As a structural engineer at Cundall, I produce designs that are checked over by my line manager. At the moment I oversee a team of 2 people who are a senior technician and a junior technician. That learning process of being in a team and not just producing designs, but how you interact with people, how you deal with clients. It's that kind of thing that I find very satisfying.
We like our graduates to get as broad a base of experience as possible, and if that means moving them between offices, between disciplines, into different specialisms, then that's what we look to do as part of their development plans.
People in our office have been seconded to Singapore. There's people who have been seconded to Doha and Qatar.
I've been assigned a mentor who sees to my daily progression in the company as an engineer and supports me whenever I need help.
Cundall is very keen to get us to get chartership, so while I was still thinking, I kept getting encouragement and emails from my HR asking me whether I had signed up.
They've helped provide me with lunchtime seminars to continue my professional development. So this involves a range of talks, not specifically focused on my area of sustainability, but also in general mechanical and electrical aspects as well.
We have, in a weekly basis, a teleconference with the rest of the graduates in different offices.
In terms of training we receive, it's been less technical and more on how the business is run and what the other disciplines do and how it all fits together. It's quite useful to understand the more client-based side of the business.
As well as the technical side of graduates understanding what we're doing, it's important that they also have an all-round education. So we are very keen that they do soft skill training. We run various training schemes in the in-house and in business throughout all of the offices, covering things like report writing and management skills. Another key aspect was making sure that graduates aren't just sitting at the desk doing technical design. We are keen that they get out and see what they've actually designed, so they're out on site regularly, and they do site reports and get involved in site meetings.
Every day in the office is different. One day I can sit on my desk working on some drawings, the next day I can coordinate with the mechanical engineer, the other day I can be on site and do some inspection to check that everything is installed as designed by us.
I work sitting next to the partners. We have regular swap rounds in the office, and everybody goes and sits somewhere else. It rotates every 3 months or so you get to know everybody. You get to not just work with people from a professional level, you get to know people very well on a personal level as well.
Already within 2 or 3 weeks it felt like I've been there for really long. I think this is mostly because people are just very friendly and welcoming, and it doesn't feel that intimidating. Everyone is very happy to help you when you have questions. Cundall also does have really friendly working hours, so there's quite a lot of time for other activities.
Since I've joined, I've been involved in a number of activities outside of work. So this has included go-karting events, and most recently was a charity cycle ride which we did from Manchester to the Birmingham office, which is about 90 miles, which about 12 of us did in a day. It was a great way to get involved with the community and give something back, which is something Cundall have been heavily involved in.
On a Wednesday we go and play 5-a-side or 7-a-side football, depending on who actually fancies a run around on that week.
There's lots of stuff happening in all of our individual offices. We have a thriving social committee across the business who organise lots of formal and informal events.
Employees have a very friendly relationship with each other, both at work, and we also have social activities from time to time in which we get to know each other outside the work environment, and this actually helps in reducing the stress levels in the office and making work productive.
It's nice to have that. It's nice to have that balance at a company where you're not a cog, if you like. everybody's, I don't know, what's the opposite of a cog? A lever? A pulley?
We also encourage our graduates to network with each other because they're spread out across a number of different offices. And one of our flagship graduate events is our Early Career Conference, which takes place in the spring. And one of the objectives of that event is to bring graduates from across the business together and give them an opportunity to get to know each other and forge those internal networks, which we hope will serve them well as they move on to even greater things within the business.
You're not thrown in at the deep end with Cundall. You're introduced at a rate which they think you can deal with.
I feel like since I've been at Cundall, I've become a much better engineer, purely for the fact that there's a lot more coordination and I have to think about where everything's going to go in the building, not just my structure.
The recruitment of a really talented pipeline of graduates is absolutely critical to delivering our business plan. So we have invested a huge amount of time and effort over the last few years in attracting a really, really bright cohort of people to this business. And we now need to build on that and continue to do it over the years to come.